One of the biggest lessons is really find out where I am, and I would implore you to do the same thing. Find out where you are, what things you need to work with, or work on rather, whatever traumas or situations that you may have put yourself into, which you've grown from, to internalize the lesson and start from there. You got to start with yourself. Then set the boundary or set the goals. Be intentional. Like while we're intentional about our dating process, so to really be intentional about what you want and put it out there, not only for yourself, but anybody you dating or trying to go out with, you know what you have going on, what your standards are. Set the standard for yourself. And number one, know who you are. Before you go out there trying to, find somebody else, know who you are, know what you want.
Okay, so Mr. Eligible Man, tell us who you are and what you want. we want to know.
Oh my God! Oh no! I've been trying to be low key, y'all, with a lot of my stuff. But yeah, man, somebody to grow with me, because I'm an artist. I know I'm a special kind of person. I'm different. I'm different. I hit different. But to grow with me, and I know to enjoy this journey, because I know where I visualize myself. I know how success is for me, and I want somebody to be able to go on that ride, enjoy that journey. We grow together, and we're a team. We that deal. We the Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I'm intentionally wanting or manifesting someone that we can grow with, man, and date and learn each other and build something together so we can be together forever.
Okay. All right, y'all hear that? All right, so Moody Black is looking for someone to grow with. So tell me about the characteristics of this person.
Ooh, boy, Lisa, get me today.
Absolutely, that's what we're here for. We want to know, inquiring minds.
Just understanding and patience that I am the kind of person I am. Mm-hmm. I am an artist, and I know that's not a traditional or typical kind of occupation. Mm-hmm. So it does take some understanding and a little bit of patience to understand and to deal with that. I know I'm not traditional, and shout out to all those people who got it together, the people who are working at BMWs or plants or whatever regular job the 9 to 5 is. I respect to you. I'm just not that guy, and going back to recognize who I am, I acknowledge that. Now, don't get me wrong, I've worked some part-time gigs here and there. I'm not above working anywhere, because sometimes you hit a place where you have to build back up. So I've done all that, still doing all that, but my mindset is not there. But somebody who understands that. And I'm cut from a classic car. I don't say old school. I don't say OG. I'm a classic man. So very classic perspectives about relationships. So very traditional. If you were expecting me to do some traditional man stuff, I want some qualities of a traditional woman. I want the nurturing, the cooking, cleaning. Cause I could do all that too, But we can share. We can cook together, Cause I like cooking.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone.
So you cook.
I cook, and I enjoy cooking. My dad, when I was 12 years old, I never forget. My daddy said, "Look here, boy. You better start getting in the kitchen with your mom and your grandma and them, because one day you got to cook for yourself." And I listened. I did that, and I enjoyed cooking, because I had to really cook for myself. Then I had kids. Whenever I have my kids, I want to be able to cook for them, so I do all those things, and we make it fun. Sometimes I let them experiment. We make some stuff, may not always be the best, but it's our best mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ladies, I do enjoy cooking. So I want all that. I see a lot of women say they're back in their soft girl phase. Well, yeah, good for you, because we want that too, and I want that. I want the soft girl phase. I want all that stuff. So yeah, understanding, being in tune with yourself, have that soft girl phase. Intelligence, let's go.
Okay.
Intelligence,
okay.
man. We can be able to
converse.
converse.
Tell us about that.
I'm southern and country. I'm down to earth, but sometimes I like to go to Mars. I like to go to Saturn sometimes.
Okay.
I want to be able to talk about that. Let's go out there and just have these conversations. Let's have some discussions. I've learned, I got this from Neil Tyson deGrasse. I always mess his name up. But people always ask him. For y'all know, he's a great metaphysicist. He's dope. very intelligent person, but somebody asked him, I think Joe Rogan asked him, was like, man, how come you don't ever have these debates with people? He said, nah, I don't have debates because people debate, they're trying to prove that they're right. So we don't have discussions, we can grow and learn something from each other. So I took that with life, especially in relationships, where I don't want to debate with you, we don't have to debate. You share your perspective, I share mine, and we find some commonalities, then we take some stuff and learn from it. I may learn something new, and I didn't think, oh man, I didn't think about that. And I hope that person would do the same, or you do the same thing. But I think if we all do that with everything in society, man, we have a better place. But back to relationships though.
No, that was great. Because you touched on the importance of communication.
Communication, there you go, yeah. To be able to do that, let's have discussions, but I want to have that. Now, I have a poem, it's on YouTube, you can follow me, Letter to My Future Wife. And I lay it out. So you want the whole detail poetically.
Okay, so we have to go to your website.
You can go to the website, I'll go to my YouTube page or my TikTok. Okay. I am Moody Black or Moody Black on YouTube. But I lay it out detail by detail. I'm just touching on those things. But yeah, be able to have those deep conversations. We can do all the down-to-earth stuff because I'm conscious, all outdoors. I can do all this stuff. I love having those deep conversations. So I want that balance. You know, now, unfortunately, I've had situations, I got somebody either too down to earth or has somebody too out there. I want that balance, man. As artistic as I am, some artists are crazy. I'm gonna call y'all out. Some of us are a little out there, too out there, and I like to be down to earth sometimes too. And they don't like to come down to earth with me. I can't stay up there too long. I gotta come down. I like sweet potato pie and all that country stuff too. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all heard that. So intelligence. We need balance.
Balance. Yeah.
Communication.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So speaking of communication, so the two topics that we were touching on were finances, and you touched a little bit on finances and on sex. So let's start with the finance part.
Okay.
All right. So how do you see finances impacting the relationships that you are in, or maybe even, how do you communicate or your perspective of financial security, and how does that show up in a relationship?
It definitely shows up, and that goes back to what we said earlier, just knowing where you are and knowing the person you're dealing with. You know, so I'm telling y'all know I'm an artist, so I'm not about to have no discussions, but have the understanding. So my career is a lot of peaks and valleys. It's gonna be up and down. Well, and I'm working with start back over. I'm manifesting they're gonna be straight peaks from now on. But the reality is that there are, till I get to that point and I'm manifesting, there's gonna be some highs and lows, and someone to be able to understand that. But I know a lot of people, they expect stability. Like, I work hard to be stable. I want somebody else to do the same thing. We both stable. We build from there. And that's cool. I have respect for it, but I want to let you know, hey, that's not my life right now. So going back to understanding, having the understanding that this is how it's going to be. But at the same time, and I said this earlier, what I'm comfortable about with my goals and my vision, because I see it, I know where I'm going to be at, is working with me with that. When we get there, we doing a chest bump and a high five, and like we did it together. You know what I'm saying? We grow together because the success is going to come. Because I know in myself. I don't believe myself. I know in myself where I'm going, where I'm headed. So you having that same understanding and knowledge and knowing with me, because you have those two positive things together, it can't help but to be great, you know. But I understand how other people may not jive with that. So, and that's cool. But I'm telling you up front, you know, I let people know up front. So I do know it can be a challenge. You know, I've been in relationships where it has been a challenge. They feel like, well, where your money? Your money ain't coming in fast enough. You know, and it's always a friction because of money. But my whole thing is, well, when I'm doing great, I'm gonna cover whatever. You know, why is it a problem now? So we didn't have or that person really understand how that works. Because I know it's not what I do is not a common thing. It's foreign to a lot of people. You know, so that's why I'm really laying low, because I know those have been problems where people actually keep tabs in relationships, which is so crazy. We're in a relationship. I'm not keeping tab how much I spend on you, but people do that. And I get it. I think a lot of that comes from people being hurt or people being using people. You know, that ain't me, number one. If you think that, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not me, because I always do my best to reciprocate that. You know what I'm saying? But that goes back to knowing we are and have the understanding, have those conversations, and know what our goals are. And I think a lot of people don't discuss those things, or they have some kind of misunderstanding about those things. So, yeah.
So how do you bring that up in a relationship? Is that something that you present or talk about early on in the relationship?
I come from the door, and
Okay.
as of late, I've had a lot more no's, and yet or just ghosts. They, what do you do? Because Chris Rock had said it perfectly when his stand-ups. It's the difference between men and women. Our guys, we be like, man, how she look? Women be like, what he do? Every now and then, they like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. And that's the mistake, they want to try it out. And I'm telling you what it is from the door. Sometimes people, they say they understand, but it's always a misunderstanding. That's been my little phrase past 20 years. Well, I understand. No, you don't. Because it's like anything in life. You're going to go through the trenches. It's going to be some trials and tribulations, But for me, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, man, and it gets hard financially, okay, I got you. We're going to make it through. I don't know. I pull people cards, man. People say they down with you. I want to see if you down with me. I had a relationship one time. This lady said, I just love you so much. I don't care. We homeless. I'm gonna ride with you. Nah, they didn't ride with me. They jumped out of the car quick. After we, survived, we need money to get the life we want. But it's still just money. At the end of the day, how loving are you? How faithful are you? How real are you about this? 'Cause when the hard times come, are you gonna jump ship? You know what I'm saying? At least I'm prepared. I'm not putting it out there. I'm not manifesting hardships, but I'm a realist too. As much as imaginative I am, I'm still a realist. Hard times gonna come in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So I prepare myself for someone to come. Okay, all right, let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. X, Y, and Z. I'm not gonna jump ship.
Right.
Now I have jumped ship, but people act like they crazy. Not saying that's right. That's old me. That's like, I'm out. This ain't right. I'm out. I clock out emotionally or physically. Nah. So I know how that look like. If they with me and they see, he ain't got this good, I'm out. Nah, man. I can look back and say I've done that, and that's wrong. If you with somebody, man, ride with them.
Right. Well, that goes back to what you said you're looking for is patience. Yeah. And so if you're looking for that, then you also...
You want a butterfly, you got to be a butterfly.
Right, absolutely. So speaking of patience, another theme that is common in relationships is the impatience maybe of one person or the other in a relationship when it comes to sex. And also just the lack of clarity that a lot of times we have in our relationships around that topic. So how do you handle sex? Do you talk about it, early on in the relationship? How do you approach it?
Well, we were talking about it earlier, man. For me personally, I wait for it. At the stage I am now, let me understand y'all. I ain't the whole Moody. Let's go ahead and get that out there. I ain't the whole Moody. Those watch like, Moody is lying. He lying. He did not do that with me.
New day. It's a new day.
Nah, but I still was up front. Either way it goes, I always been up front. Now my intention may not have been pure like they are now. But yeah, talk about it. I don't want to talk about it first. I'm just cause I know from my experiences that if I do, women think, he just want that. So I don't ever bring it up. But be open to say, hey, you want to talk about sex? Of course, we as men, we want to talk about sex. We want to talk about it. But I've grown to be patient enough for it. I'm like, after a while, man, it's just like, it's just that unless you find that person you really want to rock with. So like, you want that from me, you're going to be my woman. I don't want to tell you that now. You is mine. So I don't want to be frivolous with that because I have a higher understanding that it's so much that comes with that, so much mentally and spiritually, And that's why I know it's different for men. Men can like get it, we gone about business, but I know the attachment it has for women. I have daughters, and I've been in enough situations like, okay, I know why they act like that. That's on me. I see.
Right.
So now I'm like, you sure? you want to rock this rope? Nah, we gonna wait. You sure? Now, if you do this for me, you mine. We gonna rock it like that. So, but it's important to convey that. Let people know where you are. Be open about it. Ladies, tell us what your feelings are. And you're gonna find out we real or not. We gonna stay around. We really rock with you.
Yeah.
And the real one would. Like, if they really dig you, I'm gonna ride with you.
That's good. Yeah. Very good advice. All right, so we have hit our time, and I do want to give you the opportunity to share anything about maybe a
Yes,
project
yes.
that you're working on?
So glad you asked. So I dropped a new album a couple of months ago, In the Moment, and some real good songs, good life inspirational stuff. Y'all please download it. It's only on Bandcamp, but I have a song called Fall in Love, and the video is gonna be dropping real soon. By the time you watch the video, it'll probably be out by then. But it's starring the beautiful and intelligent and awesome Miss Alicia Brewster over here. And yeah, we thought it'd be a great idea, not only just to focus on the positivity of the love, because the song says that, but opportunity to share and let people know, expose them to ready and eligible. So yeah, it's a kind of a partnership
Absolutely.
for the greatness of love. That's why we
Yes.
got it, man. So y'all check it out, man. Starring Alicia Brewster.
Starring Moody Black. He's the real deal. Well, again, thank you so much for
Thanks
the
for having me.
conversation.
Yes,
and we will have more of these conversations, so stay tuned. Join Eligible at readyandeligible.com. And of course, look out for our upcoming events. Take care.